Hey, what's going on guys? Frosty here bringing you another quick video. So today's ones is actually going to be a very interesting story that I think you guys will get a kick out of, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So basically, to catch everybody up really quick, about several weeks ago, some of the bigger Destiny 2 content creators on YouTube were actually getting their accounts hit with DMCA strikes. And if you guys don't know, if your account gets hit with 3 strikes, you're basically out, your channel gets taken down. You have to go ahead and appeal, but if you don't win that appeal, you actually have your channel still taken down. The only time it can actually get reinstated is if you actually win and prove that the takedown strike was fraudulent. So back on March 20th, Bungie actually tweeted out, they said, "We're aware of series of copyright takedowns on YouTube and we're actively investigating. This includes content on our own Bungie channels. These actions are not being taken at the request of Bungie or our partners. Please stand by for future updates." So as you guys can see there, the culprits of this were actually stupid enough to flag some of Bungie's own content on their very own channel. So now Bungie is actually launching a lawsuit against these perpetrators, so they're not playing around, guys. They said it's a significant reputational and economic damage to the game and the community, and they also kind of go after YouTube and say that it's because of their easily gamed reporting system here. So for a while there, a lot of people thought it might have been some rogue company from Sony who was actually the ones behind all of this, but that makes absolutely zero sense because you literally had Bungie confirming that it was nobody on their end. And also, why would Sony, the people who bought out Bungie, go ahead and actually start flagging their own YouTube channel and copyright striking their content? So this is where the story gets very juicy, guys, with this lawsuit. They said that one or more individuals used a Gmail address modeled after those used by one of Bungie's IP protection partners to send out a wave of DMCA takedown notices against videos that weren't actually infringing on any of its policies. So these people are absolutely mental and screwed up big time. They also say the same address was then used to send messages to content creators claiming that authentic takedown notices issued previously were in fact fraudulent. The defendants also allegedly sent abusive messages to the Bungie's legitimate IP protection partner. So now we know that these perpetrators were actually stupid enough to flag Bungie's own YouTube channel and try to get copyright strikes on their own content. And also at the same time, Bungie went ahead and said that the people who were getting hit with these copyright strikes weren't actually even breaking any of their policies. So next up, Bungie actually goes after YouTube and Google a little bit here for sitting on their hands and really not being thorough with this. Bungie says that as long as fraudsters have a Google account, they can fill out a takedown form and YouTube will process the takedown request with no additional checks or verification. This loophole was exploited between March 17th and March 22nd when a newly created Gmail address, deliberately crafted to look like an email address used by CRC, sent a wave of fake notices to YouTube. They apparently did not look like legitimate CRC notices, but that wasn't noticed at YouTube, meaning that the innocent YouTubers received copyright strikes for no reason. So now we know that YouTube is also partially to blame here because they have a very weak system when it comes to checking and verifying to make sure that these reports are actually legitimate, and unfortunately the YouTubers pay the price by getting hit with a copyright strike on their channel. So hopefully this is a big lesson to YouTube. It's kind of a shame that it had to get to that point where people were getting copyright strikes and getting very scared of actually getting taken down. Overall, they should have opened their eyes and been like, hey, the people who actually make this game are saying it's not from them, and also the people who are uploading, getting these strikes aren't even breaking any policy, but YouTube just sat on their hands. Hopefully moving forward, they actually wake up and go ahead and look at these claims before they go ahead and just diss out these copyright strikes, and hopefully this never happens to anybody else moving forward on the platform. So to end on a kicker here, Bungie says that they're going to identify them and hold them accountable for their tortious and illegal conduct, and frankly to demonstrate to anyone else stupid enough to volunteer as a defendant by targeting Bungie's community for similar attack that they will be met by legal process. So one last thing that I wanted to throw in here is we don't know who these people are yet, they're still trying to find them, but they say that as such, Bungie is entitled to damages and adjunctive relief, including enhanced statutory damages of $150,000 for each fraudulent takedown notice, and I believe there was 41 takedowns. So overall, these people are going to have to be paying up over $6.1 million for their very trolly acts on the internet. Anyways, that is going to be a wrap on that little story today, guys. I hope you found that informational and entertaining. Also, if you're stupid enough, in Bungie's own words, to act as a defendant on their own behalf, you will pay the price, I can promise you that. And also, hopefully YouTube steps up their game with their checks and verifications to make sure these trolls obviously don't get people striked on YouTube, because that is not cool. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace out and have a good one.